Hey guys, Colin Gillespie here, talking about some old retro gaming uh, and all that I grew up with. I was born in 1991, and I'm now 21 years old. And so I'm going to be talking about some of my old classic gaming that I grew up with, my favorite games back in the old days, and I'm very excited. So last year, 2011, they released Nintendo 3DS XL. Now, I was I was not sure if I was going to pick it up because at the time I had a 3DX and I loved it. It was a cool device, 3D without wearing glasses. Well, I'm wearing glasses, so I have to fucking wear them because I can't fucking see. But seeing with a bigger screen, you know, it was just amazing. But back then there wasn't 3DX. There was not even touch screens. Back then they had what they called back in the old days a Game Boy Color. Now I remembered playing Game Boy Color. I originally had a Game Boy. I don't have it anymore. But Game Boy Color was basically better than the original Game Boy. It's just basically it's the same thing, but a little bit smaller and different colors. And one big thing is Game Boy Color on the game. And because all the games on Game Boy originally were all black and white. But so this time we got in color. So I actually have a game, Legend of Zelda, uh, Orcs of Seasons. And I'll probably said that wrong, but I loved Zelda. Zelda was like my favorite game. And I remember playing all these old games. I remember picking up Pokemon Red and Blue, picking up Gold and Silver, and those were like the best games. And everyone had those type of games. I mean, if you didn't have it, you're not cool. But so I picked it up, and I was very, very excited. And I was just always excited, always reading, actually starting to watch Pokemon the anime. My first episode was the Eevee episode, and I love that episode. So that's basically my history with the Game Boys. But let's get into the retro gaming. So this is my first. Now all my stuff, all from my retro gaming, I got this for my birthday. It was probably my 18th or 19th birthday. One of those two. And I was not expecting this. And so my mom got me this old, well not old, new retro gaming system that can play Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega. All that in one device. My mind just blew up like, whoa, this is awesome. I knew that it exists. So she got me a couple old games, so I'm going to show off you these games. Donkey Kong 3. Now, I played Donkey Kong. I remember playing Donkey Kong. It was fun. But I never knew they had a third game. So, I guess I had to play it for a while. For Super Nintendo, I love this game. I remember playing the original game. I didn't play the original game a lot, but I played this on 64, and you know that game is Star Fox. Alright. It's a little bend, but what can you do? So let's get to the next one. Oh, this game, oh, so many good memories. This is all the Mario games in one. Super Mario All-Stars. So basically, for people that don't know what this is, it's basically taken all the old Mario games, remastered it, not calling HD, but remastering it and making basically better version, better colors, and with Super Mario Lost Levels. That Japan had that, but we never got that. So that's what this Super Mario All-Stars. Moving on to the next two new games. Okay. This one I actually I got this for my birthday. This one's a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just say not destroyed, but it looks bad. Super Mario World. And Super Mario World was one of those big games. A lot of people who are gamers probably going to choose it in top one game. But it is a classic game. The music, the gameplay, everything about it. And a lot of people love this game. I love this game. And it has to be The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I love this game. The music, the gameplay, the storyline. Oh my god, it is amazing. If you are a Zelda fan, you must pick this up if you've never picked it up. Hold on 1 second. I had to let the dog out. So, this one I'm going to show you, I actually never bought. Now, the only game I ever played from this company was called Sonic the Hedgehog. And you're probably guessing what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Genesis, also known as Sega. So, I never owned any of the Mortal Kombat games. And probably tell, I paid, I didn't have to pay for this, so it was like 11 bucks. And this is Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I just never owned any of the Mortal Kombat games. Because at the time, my mom wouldn't let me have it. So, Mortal Kombat 2, that's it. Those are my Sega games. But I actually kept my 64 games. And I have one Zelda game I'll talk about first. So I'm a huge Zelda fan. I love Zelda. I probably, if I had to choose between Zelda, Mario, or Pokemon, it has to be Zelda. No questions asked. And so this Zelda game, a lot of people like this or don't like this. To me, I fucking love this game. Majora's Mask. It is amazing. I love this game. Its story, the characters. I loved everything about it. It was like one of those games where you like it or you don't like it. So that's basically it. Let's move on to the next game. This is what I'm talking about. Star Fox 64. Everyone loves this game. Everyone knows the lines, dual power roll, Slippy's a little annoying. I just love this game. I actually this was my first game I completed, my first try. I never completed a game before. This was my first game I ever completed, and I just love this game. This game was perfect. Now this one's a little old. It's like drying out. Super Smash Brothers. This game, oh my god, so many great memories with this game. I remember playing this probably when it first came out. And I remember picking up the 64, picking up this, picking up Ocarina of Time. Um, I remember going to my friend's house. We are all just playing this. This was our addiction. This was our drug. We didn't eat, and of course candy and sodas and all. I remember playing as Pikachu. Remember playing as Ness, Kirby. Oh, so many great memories. Hold on. Let's move on to the next game. Mario Kart. What can I tell you about Mario Kart? Well, it's an amazing game. I love this game. It's the best part about this game is the music. Every time I play or talk about a game, it has to be the music. I love music in any type of game. But the Mario, the Zelda, the Pokemon, their music is just incredible. I love their music. The levels, playing with 4 players. You don't need Call of Duty. You don't need those big blockbuster games. All you need is Mario Kart. That's what you need. So I actually, I'm gonna talk about it later. But I'm a huge comic book nerd, and I would always play a comic book video game. Usually comic book video games don't do that well, like Superman. Sometimes the Batman games back in the old days, not the new days, back days. But when I picked up this game and started playing this game, I fell in love with this game. That's Spider-Man. Now, I'm a huge Spider-Man nerd. I love Spider-Man. I read the comics. I watched the television show back in the 90s. It felt like the actual cartoons when you're watching it. And the best part is probably the end. I love the ending of the game where you beat the final boss. Oh, it was awesome. But it was not like, if you look at Spider-Man to Spider-Man 2, the sequel to the movie, basically there is a big difference, because back in the old days on the 64, you could not go on the ground. If you go on the ground, you die. You just fall. Woo! And I love this game, so that's what Spider-Man. And the final 64 game I have, I actually have 2 more, but I'll tell that later. Mario Party. Now, if you don't have Mario Kart, pick up this, Mario Party. Now, I only had the first Mario Party. I never really I played the Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3, but I don't think I really owned any of them. But I owned Mario Party, and I love this game. This is a game where you have family members or friends. You probably see them playing, if you're watching on Game Grumps on YouTube. They're playing Mario Party and all. Oh, so many great memories. But I actually picked up this game. I actually never owned this game. I seen this game, but I never owned it. And you're probably wondering, why didn't you own this game? That game is Banjo-Kazooie. Now, why did I never own this game? Well, probably back in the 90s, I seen the game, but I really didn't know anything about it. And I didn't read, there's no internet back in the old days. I couldn't basically go see to my friend's house, because they didn't have a 64. I was the only one, my cousin, my best friend Evan, and my other friends usually didn't have a 64. Probably my friend Mark did, but I don't remember if he did or not. But Banjo-Kazooie was one of those games where you had to have, and I'm very excited because I still have my 64, not here, it's at my sister's place, and my other two games I own uh, is GoldenEye, one of the classic best multiplayer games of all time, and the worst video game of all time, Superman 64. I own it. Now, back then, when I was picking up my 64, my mom was with me, and I paid for the console. I had enough money. I had bought Zelda. I bought Mario 64. I bought Pokemon Stadium, I believe, when it came out. I'm not quite sure if it did come out on that day. GoldenEye. I picked up so many great games, and I have a brother and me are big comic book fans, so I didn't know anything about the Superman game as it being bad or anything like that. So I picked it up, played it for the first time playing it. I couldn't even beat the first level. I still don't know how to beat the first level. Maybe you guys do, but I don't know. And if you probably watched the Angry Video Game Nerd who did a review for it, and I don't know how he fucking beat that game or didn't beat the game. I don't know. But seriously, like, come on, that's a terrible game. But that's all the video games, retro gaming I have. I actually have, for Game Boy Color, I have Pokemon Blue and Pokemon 2 Blues somehow. And I had Pokemon Yellow and Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, the blue one. I can't remember the name of it. But I used to have Pokemon Red, but somehow I don't remember what happened to it. But to sum up the story, my cousin hacked it, and basically, if you remember that Pokemon, it's not really a Pokemon, but it's like Mysterio or something like that. That hacked Pokemon where you go down to there's a gym you have to go to that to get that Pokemon, and you have to basically go on a crack on the ocean, and you get that Pokemon. I can't remember the name of it, but I beat the whole game. I got all the Pokemon. Yeah, I even got Mew somehow. I don't remember how I got it, but I think I probably hacked it so I can get all Pokemon. So that's basically it. Back in the old days, what were your favorite video games? What were your favorite Nintendo? Did you ever grow up with Nintendo? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again.